Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone. So today I wanted to do a quick video basically talking about all the stuff that we just got, some holiday events things, the new Starchrom system, blueprint system, and then most importantly, I'm going to give you my thoughts on the roadmap and everything that's coming in 2025. So let's just jump right into it. So first off, we have a massive amount of Starchrom that we can get in December, a total of 87,000. So it's up to 174 draws. And this will get you started with basically any build that you want. So if you're new to the game or you just wanted to try something else, you're going to be able to basically hop in, and by the end of December, you're going to have enough to build like out a couple things, probably upgrade them pretty well. So that's awesome. There's a lot of holiday events going on. If you hit F3, you come in here, we've got the Of Joy reunion, these weekly crates, which we're basically just going to unlock every so many days. We've got this Develop Delight energy where you go in and you put in, you know, different things here, and then you can basically create items that are going to eventually give you some cool prizes. And then we have the well-wishing gift box, which you just go in and you claim every day. I did realize, because I missed a day logging in, that it does accumulate, so that's pretty good. So I just went through and I claimed it. And then of course up here in the top, if you click on the Christmas wish list, we're accumulating these wish badges. So from here, this is where we can go in and we can buy the different deviations that are Christmas themed. So you just want to make sure that you're doing that. And then of course, every day that we log in, we're also going to get in the mail. So if you go into your mail, some extra stuff. So I think they're giving us like 3,000 a day. So basically make sure that you go in and claim that. I have claimed 5 of 7 so far, so that's good. Other things, we have the new Starchrom system. So Stellar Stairway is now live. Again, this is broken into 4 weeks, basically. First week and second week were given to us for free since it started in the middle. The third week we have to earn, basically just doing everything that we normally do, as well as play the game. And then if we knock out all 3 of these, the fourth one is just the bonus. That'll give us the full 66,000 Starchrom. So essentially each month we're going to get 66,000 Starchrom, which is great, because what that means is the wish machine, they've changed the way this works. So now if you go inside here, and you can see I kind of destroyed everything that was already in there. I already got it, but every 2 weeks we're going to get another 2 sets. So we'll have a set that is weapons, and then you can basically go in here, see what weapons drop, and then we're also going to get a set that is going to be gear. And then again, you can go in here, you can see like this one drops the shelter set, as well as the hardy gloves. So you'll be able to get all of that stuff for 10k each, which also will give you the ultimate reward bonus. So you end up with 2 of whatever the main item is, plus a bunch of other stuff. So you definitely want to be doing that. So if you think about that, essentially we're getting 4 per month. So that's 40,000 Starchrom. So that does leave us an additional 26,000 Starchrom that we can either use to just buy stuff straight out by hitting G, or upgrading our stuff, or gambling on here. But what I would recommend is definitely every time, you know, a new banner pops up, do the entire banner. Don't do like Echoes from the Rift. This is straight up gambling. You can get, if you look here, you can get like anything here. This prize pool is huge, so I wouldn't bother doing that, but I would do all the other ones, like the new ones that pop up. Those are what you want to do. So all that stuff is positive. I'm happy with the updates and everything that came. Oh, also don't forget, we also have the you can see here the Twitch drops, so you can get your car set up. And then just FYI, so if we go to vehicle skins right down here, this is not the vehicle skin I'm looking for. So if we go right here, this Speedy Wings, which I think is probably the coolest thing in the game, I'm going to be getting some of those codes to give out to you guys. So make sure that you drop down into the Discord. You don't have to subscribe to the channel. It's great if you do, though. I really appreciate it. But if you go into our Discord, you'll see we have a section called giveaways. I've been giving away a bunch of stuff already. You'll essentially just go in there. You'll see the giveaways that are live right now. I think I have like 3 or 4 live right now. I'm going to be adding a bunch more, but essentially you'll just click the button, and then when the time runs out, it automatically picks people. I will DM them the first wave. Like I said, people already got all their free stuff, so definitely jump into the Discord, join the community, chat with others, and good luck winning this car, because I think it's freaking awesome. So moving on, let's talk about the roadmap. So this is where, not everything's going to be as positive as I want it to be, but I did wait. I didn't want to put out like an initial video going over and saying, like, oh, I hate it, it's taking too long. I wanted to really consider everything. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So starting off here, in January, we have the vision wheel coming. So every scenario server will have new gameplay and combat mechanics based on its visional wheels, including changes to the rules. So each round of vision wheels will last for 2 or 3 months, and they've slammed 5 of them into the first year. Hopefully they'll be able to get to them, but we'll see. The first one is going to launch on January 16th. And it's going to be called the Lunar Oracle. So I'm assuming it has something to do with nighttime, but essentially anytime it becomes night under the status effect, deviants are going to become much stronger. Well, the metas start to lose their sanity. And then when a blood moon rises, new game modes will become available. Players will continue to take sanity damage, but the mobs are going to become much harder and much more rewarding, so that's all cool. And then this was something that I liked. Mystical crates are going to spawn randomly, containing morphed deviations and red crystals that could be used to craft exclusive territory collections. Now, I'm not sure if territory collections is like trophies or if it's like different things that we can decorate, but either way, I think it's pretty cool. I also like these limited time things, so hopefully for every vision wheel that we go in and we do, we'll be able to get stuff that we can keep with our characters forever. And then later on, when the game's a couple years old, you have like these older things where you can be like, hey, I was part of that, look at what I got. So that's cool. The second vision wheel is going to be in April, and then there's going to be 2 more in July and September, and another one between October and December, giving us 5 total. Now, I know this isn't content. I mean, it is content, but I know it's not the content we were wanting. I do feel like we've been starved for content for some time. I really do hope that the vision wheels allow us to change, because to be honest, Manibus is fine. I mean, I've done it 5 times now, but I think that they have solid bones there. So if they can change the game enough, then it might be worth coming back to play during that time. So another big thing that they're going to do is gender changes. So these 2 are also coming out on January 16th. So a lot of people have been asking for the ability to change their genders, especially because they'll go out and they'll buy like outfits, and they'll be like, oh, this outfit will look really good on a chick, or this outfit will look really good on a guy. So they're going to allow us to go through and change genders. I'm not sure what that looks like, if it's going to require us to buy a pass like when we change our looks right now, but it will be an option. So I think a lot of people are going to be happy about that. The other thing they're going to do is the Eternal Land. They're going to add escape room parts. So one of the things that I've noticed is they're really trying to push this Eternal Land to be like this open sandbox, which is good because I feel like it could be, I mean, I'm not sure if they're going for like a Roblox or a Fortnite or, any of these like really big games where the main game has kind of become second, and then people just make these awesome things that you can do. So it looks like they're trying to give the players as much tools as they can, because if they give us more tools, then we can create content to keep people coming back, something new and fresh. So I kind of like that. I guess they've realized that they're moving a little slower, so give the power to the players. Which kind of goes into the next thing, which is happening in February, March. We're going to get custom server version 1. So this, I believe we're going to be able to like rent servers like you would do with Ark or Conan or these other games, and then you'll be able to basically change all the settings and it'll be your own private server. And then I'd imagine like it'll be online and people can connect to it like these other games. But this is going to be really great. I hope that they give us the ability to, you know, like crank up the difficulty, to crank up like survival stuff, to really tailor it. And then more importantly for me, I want them to get rid of the time gating. So like if I had my own server, and I probably will, to be honest, like February, March, I'll buy a server, whatever it takes. I'll do some really cool stuff, and then, you know, we can get our whole community in there. So I think custom servers are also another really good thing that's going to happen, that will change it enough and allow us to do things, because maybe that'll come with mods, things like that, that can keep the game alive. Because as you'll see, it's going to be a really long time before we actually get real new content. Another feature is hiding backpacks. It's a little crazy that they've called that out as a feature. I guess a lot of people wanted. I've heard more things about the gender change than I have the backpack, but the backpack, they were showing some Twitter stuff where essentially it was like you could take better looking pictures and things like that. So maybe, you know, it's going to be big. I'm not sure, but they called it out as a feature. And then they're going to be adding to the Eternal Land again, and then they're going to be giving us like shooting mini game parts so we can create our own mini games. Now I'm assuming this is going to be like the one that we ride on, the airplane, and we have that shooting mini game. So it's probably going to be something like that. And then moving into April, the big mobile official release. Now, I am not a big fan of mobile games. You've probably heard me say that before. I did beta test this, and it was pretty incredible. It kind of blew my mind. I'm not going to play this on mobile, but what it does do is it allows you to have the same character and seamlessly transfer between like the mobile and whatever you're playing on. Moving on, then we have the Fission Wheel version 2 or season 2. They're calling them seasons, coming in April. I'm not sure exactly, you know, what that pertains. They didn't give us any additional information, but hopefully it's something really cool. Then in May and June, we get custom server version 2. Now, this again is something I'm super excited for, because beyond just being able to change those little settings, they're going to give us more settings. And then they talked about giving us the ability to create our own scenarios in here, like our own storylines, NPCs and stuff like that. I'm not that creative and I don't have that much time to do something like that, but I've seen some incredible stuff with other games like Conan and whatnot, where they've created like a whole RPG aspect. So I think that's really cool for those that are dedicated and have time. I can see some servers popping up that'll be like super popular because they've made them the type of servers, you know, that people wanted to play. So again, this gives us the ability to have more content. So even if Starry Studios isn't really coming with the stuff, or like we've seen with the past two, Prismverse and Way the Winner, that they were kind of shallow, maybe this will allow us to really fill in the gaps, because I know again it's worked for other companies and games. Then we have, and this is also something that I think is really positive, is the new scenarios we're getting. We're getting 3 new scenarios. So we're going to get the code purification scenario, which is the wilderness will be continuously polluted by various dynamic events, and then we'll have pollution zones which have various effects on the players, and then we've got to clear out the pollution and restore the world to its original state. So that's the first one. Then the next one that we're getting, and I don't know if these are all coming out at the same time, is going to be code deviation. This is essentially like Pal World or you know, any of those types of games where the scenario will be centered around the useful and adorable deviations. They wrote that, you know, And the core gameplay is going to be deviation battles. So I'm thinking like WoW, where you have your pet battles and stuff like that, which is kind of a meme, but a lot of people love it. I only played Pow World for a little bit, so I don't really know how in depth that got. But it's going to be more focused around building like teams of deviations and then having those deviations fight. I don't know if it's going to be like PvP or PvE related, but it does sound pretty cool. You know, I'm going to try every single scenario anyway, but I am interested. Then we've got Broken is the other one, and these are all code names, but this scenario aims to provide players with a free and unrestricted PvP environment, and they're going to introduce randomized mechanics that offer bonus resources during combat. And Broken will feature multiple endings with different rewards. So I think depending on how the server does things, the whole server will get different rewards. So that's really cool, so that when you do play it. And another thing about this, they don't mention it in the notes, but they're only going to be, I think they said 10 days long. So that I think is really awesome. And that's what you need for PvP. You need something that has high replayability and is super short. So the focus is going to be on PvP. So I don't know if there's going to be leveling or how that works, because they said they don't want leveling to be a big part of it. But essentially, I imagine you're going to just go in, probably get dropped in at like max level, you know, build your different things, set up your groups, start PvPing, you know, follow whatever it needs to for the thing. And then in 10 days, you're on to another one. And because there's different endings and stuff, there's replayability there. And because it's PvP, there's replayability. And if like with Prismverse Clash, you went into there, and then after 10 days, one group, like the Rosettas or the Mayflies, would be way ahead of the others, and they wouldn't, you know, you wouldn't be able to catch up. So you were pretty much screwed, and then you were stuck there until it was all over. So this is going to be like, all right, you know what, you're losing, you have no chance, whatever, you're out of there in 2 days. So I think that's really cool. I like where they're going. And as I mentioned earlier, this is going to be the test servers, which they needed to do from the beginning. So many of the issues that we've had came because they didn't test it, and they didn't allow us to test it. And then essentially, I've always played like as soon as the scenario comes out. I know a lot of you also have, whereas, you know, we go into these scenarios and we become the beta testers. So this is going to allow us to basically beta test it before the real thing comes out. Now we'll have to see. We're going to be starved by May through June. We might all just be like, all right, new content, we don't care, and we're just going to hop in. But I do like that they're finally going to give us some beta testing. So if it is broken, we can't complain because we beta test it. And then in July through September, we're actually going to get the full scenarios. And then they're also going to give us season 3 and season 4 of the Vision Wheel, which is pretty awesome. Then this is kind of sad to me. We've got Prismverse Clash optimization and the Way of Winter optimizations. Now, I don't know if they're going to take them down during that time to do the optimizations while we play with the other new scenarios, or if this is when the optimizations are going to be done. But honestly, both of these are severely lacking and they need to be updated now. So I'm really, really hoping that this gets pushed up. Now, I know they're working on 3 scenarios, and honestly, I don't know if I think that's a good idea. Maybe work on 2 scenarios. But I think that the game would be much better if they would have just taken Manibus, Evolution's Call, and then slapped Way of the Winter on it and continued to build each time and just add to it and add to it and add to it. And every 3 months, instead of getting Vision Wheels where mobs become more difficult, like just continue to add to it, add more content. That's what I would have loved to see. It does look like they're moving towards let the players build their own world, so we'll see how that works. So of the things that I think are positive, and then Q4 Vision Wheel Season 5 crossover event. I don't know who we're going to be crossing over with, but I think that's pretty cool. So we're going to have a ton of stuff to do like at the end of the year, but during the beginning of the year we're going to have to see how all of this pans out and exactly what it looks like. So overall, I'm going to say I think there's a lot of positives. Vision wheel, very positive. The custom servers, I love that. I wish there was content to go with it, but you know what? I'm definitely going to play it. The mobile release is cool, but it's not my thing. Getting another vision wheel, I'm kind of torn because I think that instead of working on vision wheels, they could be working on actual content, but I'm going to hold my thoughts on that until we see how, you know, much of an impact the vision wheel has. Because if it has a lot of impact, then, you know, I'm not going to be as mad that I'm playing on the same map for the 47th time. So we'll have to see. So I'll leave that one till then. Then we're getting the, you know, the custom server version 2s. I really want to see what people do with this because I'm pretty excited for that. And then just having the ability to test these servers are going to be great for me because I'm going to be able to supply you guys with all the content before the official servers come out, or the official, you know, scenarios come out. And then finally, we're going to have so much stuff at the end of the year that is good. So unfortunately, we're not getting stuff as early as we thought, but I do like the way they're going, and it does seem like when they do things, they do it right. So I'm going to give them a little bit more time. If you're not enjoying the game or you want to wait, you know, definitely feel free to do that. Take a break. I took a break. I'm currently, you know, messing around with multiple games, so don't feel like you have to stay here. But I would definitely come back. I think this game is great. I really enjoy my time here. All of the new chase stuff that they gave us with the new blueprint system, the Starchrom and stuff, that's going to keep me logging in, you know, even if I'm not doing everything that I need to, like each week, because like I said, I already have my 4 trophies. I did my things. I'm pretty much waiting for new content right now. So that's pretty much it. Let me know your thoughts. Sorry, this is a little longer video, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What are you looking forward to the most? You know, let us know. And also, like I said, I've got a lot of new prizes coming up. There's some active prizes as well going on, some giveaways. So make sure, again, jump into the Discord. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like. It really helps me with the algorithm. Also, don't forget to sub if you want some more great Once Human content, as well as other games. Occasionally, I will put out other game information as well. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.